Did you know that 65% of a brand's sales come from repeat customers? And yet, most brands spend a lot more effort attracting new customers than keeping the ones they already have. That's a huge mistake. The truth is, keeping customers loyal is 5 times cheaper than constantly trying to find new ones. But how can you turn a one-time shopper into a long-term supporter? In this video, we'll dive deep into psychological hacks that can supercharge your brand loyalty. These aren't the typical tips you hear every day, they're science-backed strategies that tap into human behavior in surprising ways. From making customers feel they owe you something, to creating a sense of urgency that boosts sales, you'll learn how to build a loyal following that sticks with you for years. Stick around, because this is the kind of marketing knowledge you don't want to miss. Chapter 1: The Power of Reciprocity. How giving more fuels customer loyalty. When you give something valuable, people naturally feel the urge to return the favor. This is called reciprocity, a psychological principle that's been backed by research. A study by Robert Cialdini, the author of Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, found that people are more likely to say yes when they feel like they owe you something. Brands can use this by offering unexpected free gifts, discounts, or even helpful content. Think about it, have you ever received a free sample at a store and then felt a bit more inclined to buy it? That's reciprocity in action. According to a report from the Journal of Marketing Research, customers are 15% more likely to make a purchase when they've received something free first. Giving isn't just about handing out freebies. It's about building trust. When you consistently surprise customers with value, they begin to view your brand as generous, and that builds loyalty. This strategy works because people don't like feeling indebted, and they usually repay favors by sticking with you. One famous example is Starbucks Rewards program. The company offers free drinks and birthday treats to loyal customers. It's a simple gesture, but it keeps people coming back. People love feeling valued, and when you offer rewards for loyalty, customers are more likely to stay true to your brand. Chapter 2: The Scarcity Secret. Why limited edition offers keep 'em coming back. Humans are wired to desire what's scarce. This psychological principle, known as scarcity, triggers a fear of missing out, FOMO. When something feels rare, we value it more. You've probably seen this when a brand announces a limited time offer or a limited edition product. Suddenly, the item seems much more appealing. Studies have shown that scarcity boosts demand. In fact, a study from the Journal of Consumer Research found that when people believe a product is in limited supply, they are 50% more likely to make a purchase. That sense of urgency encourages customers to act quickly, and it keeps them loyal to brands that consistently offer exclusive, time-limited deals. One prime example is Apple's product launches. Every time they release a new iPhone, there's always a sense of scarcity built around it. People line up for hours, or even days, to get their hands on the latest version. This is more than just hype, it's about the psychological trigger of scarcity that makes customers feel like they can't miss out. Brands can apply this same principle in many ways. Limited product runs, exclusive memberships, and early access for loyal customers all make people feel like they're getting something unique. This feeling of exclusivity keeps them coming back for more. Chapter 3: The Consistency Code. How predictable brands win long-term loyalty. Consistency is the backbone of trust. If your brand is always predictable, whether in terms of quality, messaging, or customer experience, people will start to rely on you. That's why consistency plays a huge role in building long-term loyalty. Consumers are creatures of habit. According to a study by Nielsen, 60% of people are more likely to stick with a brand they trust. Predictability gives them confidence that they'll always get what they expect. When a brand consistently delivers, it reassures customers that they've made the right choice. Think about the big names that do this well. McDonald's, for instance, is known for delivering the same quality experience no matter where you are in the world. That consistency is why people keep coming back. Customers trust that their meal will taste the same, whether they're in New York or Tokyo. This doesn't just apply to products. It's also about how you interact with customers. If you've ever received quick, helpful responses from a brand's customer service, you know how important consistency is in building trust. Brands that reliably show up for their customers gain loyalty over time. Don't forget to subscribe for more unique marketing strategies. We've got more psychological hacks coming your way that will change the way you think about brand loyalty. Chapter 4: Emotion over Logic. Why emotional connections drive brand loyalty. People don't just buy products, they buy feelings. This is why creating emotional connections is one of the most powerful strategies for building brand loyalty. Emotion often trumps logic when it comes to decision making. A study by Harvard Business Review found that customers who feel emotionally connected to a brand are 3 times more likely to repeat a purchase. Think about Nike. They don't just sell shoes, they sell empowerment. Their ads often focus on overcoming obstacles and pushing limits. This creates an emotional connection that makes customers feel like they're part of something bigger than just buying shoes. It's about identity, and when customers identify with your brand, they stick with it. It's not just about positive emotions, either. Research has shown that even negative emotions can create strong brand loyalty. People often bond over shared experiences, especially when those experiences are linked to the brand. For example, many Apple users feel a sense of camaraderie and pride, almost like they belong to an exclusive club. This emotional connection doesn't always come from big ad campaigns. Small touches, like personalized emails, or a brand's commitment to a social cause, can make a huge difference in how customers feel about your brand. The more personal you can make the experience, the more likely customers are to stay loyal. Chapter 5: The Authority Advantage, Leveraging Expertise to Gain Unshakable Trust. People trust experts, and they trust brands that present themselves as authorities in their field. When your brand is seen as an expert, customers are more likely to trust you, purchase from you, and remain loyal. According to Cialdini's Influence, authority is one of the 6 key principles of persuasion. Take the example of skincare brands like Neutrogena. They frequently feature dermatologists in their ads, which reinforces their credibility and positions them as experts. Customers trust a brand more when they believe it knows what it's doing. This strategy works because people often rely on authority figures to guide their decisions. When a brand can position itself as an authority, it earns respect and trust. This leads to stronger customer loyalty. A study by Edelman Trust Barometer found that 81% of people say trust in a brand is a deciding factor in making a purchase. If your brand is seen as an expert, it instantly builds that trust. Chapter 6: The Social Proof Phenomenon, How Reviews and Testimonials Create Unstoppable Loyalty. Humans are social creatures, and we often look to others when making decisions. This is where social proof comes in, a psychological phenomenon where people assume the actions of others reflect correct behavior. According to a study by Yale University, people are more likely to trust brands when they see that others do. Customer reviews, testimonials, and influencer endorsements provide social proof that your brand is reliable. When potential customers see positive feedback from others, they feel more confident in their decision to buy. In fact, a study by Bright Local found that 87% of consumers read online reviews before making a purchase. The key here is authenticity. Customers are looking for genuine feedback, not just polished marketing messages. This is why user-generated content, whether it's Instagram photos of your product or real-life customer reviews, is such a powerful tool for building brand loyalty. It's not just about positive reviews, either. Handling negative feedback well can actually strengthen loyalty. When customers see that a brand is responsive and committed to improving, they feel more connected and loyal to the brand. If you found these strategies helpful, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more insider tips on creating unbeatable brand loyalty.